that message definitely was meant for me. But all of this, we're all connected. And so I know that there's somebody else out there who feels the exact same way that I do, and that you need that same reminder and encouragement too. That there is a reason why God asked you specifically to do the thing that He is asking you to do. And it's because only you can make the impact. Only you can deliver the message in the way that, this person might receive it. Only you will be able to reach, the people in your specific space. And I do understand that, and I am trying really hard, to just, this isn't about me. This isn't about me. So I'm just going to show up, and I'm going to do, the best that I can do, as just with what I do have. And I'm just going to trust that the right people are going to find it. The right people are going to, be reached. And even if that's only one person, that's still, meaningful to me. So, hello and welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jen. All right, so we're going to do an ancestor message today. I'm going to be using the Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards, and then we'll also be pulling some cards from the Gilded Tarot. So before I get started, I do want to say that I have been sick for the past several days. I may struggle with my voice some in this, and I don't know if I'll get into coughing fits or not, but if I feel like I need to cough, I'll pause and make sure that I take care of that. But just wanted to let you know, I may struggle a little bit just with my voice on this one. All right. So while I am shuffling, I'm going to set some intentions. So we're going to pull 3 cards from the Ancestor deck. We're going to do past, present, future, just to see what the ancestors want us to know at this time, what kind of guidance they have for us right now. And then I will pull one card for each of the oracle cards. I'll pull 1 tarot card to give us some guidance for each one of the others. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right. So the first intention is that anyone who comes across this message, there is something in here for you. I set the intention that anyone who needs to hear the messages that come out in this reading will find it at the time that they need it most. I set the intention that only messages for our highest good will come out. Okay. I set the intention that I will be given very clear messages, be given all the right words, phrases, anything needed in order to communicate as clearly and as effectively as possible. And all right. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. If you find value in this video, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. You could hit the bell for notifications. And I post about 4 to 5 videos a week. So if you hit that bell, it'll let you know every time I post a new video. All right. Okay. So I also want to say that anytime I do these readings that are collective readings, they are meant for a large group of people. So everything in this reading may not be exactly for you, but there should be something in here that would be for you. And you'll know if it resonates, that means it's for you. So when it resonates, it's going to cause you to lean in, and you're going to want to hear really closely about what I'm saying. And that's how you know. And if it doesn't resonate, do not try to force it, okay? All right. So I will start with the channel message. So what do the ancestors want us to know at this time? Obedience and faithfulness. You have been called to step into your purpose and mission. And though we do see the clear willingness in you, we also see the lack of confidence you have in your ability. We see the lack of confidence that you have in your ability to pull it off. The story of Moses comes to mind. When God called Moses to confront the Pharaoh, he admitted feeling inadequate to do what he was asked to do what he was asked because he was not a good speaker or communicator. He lacked the faith that when God calls you to a purpose, he will also prepare you with everything that you need to complete and fulfill his plan. Moses did not need to be more, and neither do you. God has a purpose in assigning you with these tasks. It's in the way that you do it, the very specific light that you shine, and the particular people you are connected with that makes you the only person capable of doing this work. You must trust and move in obedience to the things that you have specifically been asked to do. This is the path with the greatest reward, growth, and enlightenment. It will bring in your abundance and prosperity. Take heart, stay strong, and remain faithful through completion. All right. So I always have connected with that story of Moses from the Bible because I am not a very good communicator either. I only learned last year that I am actually autistic, and I mean, it made sense. Once I was able to put everything together about it, I've always struggled with my verbal communication. I'm actually very, very good at written communication, but being able to speak is really hard for me. So like when I was young, little kid young, I would go mute. And I can still do that now. And, you put me in a room full of people I don't know, I'm not going to speak. And honestly, even like if I were trying to do like face-to-face readings, I would have a hard time with that. And I know that about myself. I just didn't understand until last year why this was the case for me. So like I said, I do connect a whole lot with, the message of Moses, because I mean, just him crying out, to God, like, you can't send me. I'm not a good speaker. I always have felt that, and I still feel it right even now, that as I feel called to this purpose of doing, these readings, and helping guide people on their spiritual path, being public in this way, putting myself out on YouTube and TikTok and all of that, I also know I still struggle with, the verbal communication stuff. And I am still fearful that is going to be the part that's going to hold me back from whatever it is that, God is asking me to do here. That I feel like people are going to have a hard time really connecting with me because I'm not good at that part. The interpersonal stuff, that's the exact stuff that I am really, really bad at. The stuff I'm good at is, taking in the knowledge and writing, and I'm good at like a lot of other things other than this part, the speaking part. And so I feel like that message definitely was meant for me. But all of this, we're all connected. And so I know that there's somebody else out there who feels the exact same way that I do, and that you need that same reminder and encouragement too. That there is a reason why God asked you specifically to do the thing that he is asking you to do. And it's because only you can make the impact. Only you can deliver the message in the way that, this person might receive it. Only you will be able to reach, the people in your specific space. And I do understand that, and I am trying really hard, to just, this isn't about me. This isn't about me. So I'm just going to show up, and I'm going to do, the best that I can do, as just with what I do have. And I'm just going to trust that the right people are going to find it. The right people are going to, be reached. And even if that's only one person, that's still, meaningful to me. So, that message is for you too. Just know that even if you make impact with just one person, it's still worth it. I mean, it's still worth it. We all have a reason and a purpose for being here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling some cards. All right. So past, present, future. All right. past. Okay. Laugh and have fun. Okay. Present. Okay. Family connections. And then future, we've got notice the signs. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull the guidance cards too. So what guidance do we need for laugh and have fun? Got the 8 of Wands. This is travel. Family communications. The Emperor. And then notice the signs. Okay, we got 2 cards fell out. We've got the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so we'll just set both of those there. Okay. So let's see. Laugh and have fun. Page 64. Smile, positive energy, joyfulness. Due to its remote location in the eastern Himalayas, Bhutan has been largely self-reliant and protected from invasion. Bhutan is a name used by outsiders. The inhabitants call their homeland Druk Yul, meaning land of the thunder dragon. Despite its isolation, Buddhism arrived in Bhutan as early as the 7th century CE and was a well-founded part of the culture from the 8th century. In 1972, the 4th king of Bhutan, King Jigme Singye Wangchuck. I am so bad when it comes to these. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Now I'm not going to be able to say anything. Infamously stated that gross national happiness is more important than gross domestic product. Bhutan's happiness is more important than. Okay. I'm sorry. All right. Once coined, gross national happiness became a hallmark of Bhutan's infrastructure. The Gross National Happiness Index, GNHI, was introduced as a yardstick for government policy and business practice. The GNHI considers psychological well-being, health, education, community, vitality, living standards, and other factors, not just economic growth. This holistic approach to progress is unique, inspiring, and successful. Since the introduction of the GNHI, Bhutan has significantly reduced poverty, and its economy has seen consistent growth. It remains one of the happiest places on earth. Oh my goodness. So I live in the United States at this moment, and let me tell you, that is definitely not our experience at this time. I would love to think about a government that actually cared about the actual mental well-being of its people, but that is definitely not what they're worried about. They're worried about their bottom dollar, and we see how that has worked. It doesn't. So when was the last time that you had a proper laugh? When did you laugh so hard that your stomach hurt? If it was too long ago to remember, it is time to plan a joy session. Watch some comedy, read a funny book, or connect with some positive people. You may want to try a laughing meditation. If you have already had a good belly laugh today, have another one. You can never have too much laughter in your life. Joy and laughter can help you through the hard times. Laughter is truly the best medicine. It heals you and helps you to open yourself to positive energy. When you laugh, you become magnetic, drawing like-minded, positive people to you. Also, laughing is infectious. By increasing your gross personal happiness, you help others smile and laugh as well. You can help heal people who need a boost of positive energy. Smile, laugh, and giggle today. So this card is sitting in the past. So I think that, part of this is just the recognition that some of our happier days, have been, in that not in our recent times, honestly. And I don't know if this is maybe a call to really go back to that place and remember, the joy that we had and try to bring that into where we're at now. I think that would be a great thing. And so the card that I got as the guidance card for that was the 8 of Wands. Okay. All right. Nope, that's not the right one. Where's it at? There we go. Okay. 8 wands fly through the sky in an orderly fashion over a peaceful pastoral scene. Already set in motion, how the wands will land is already determined. They will move with a steadfast surety and speed, just as the lion and the woman walk together with unity toward a common goal in the Strength card. So do the events in the 8 of Wands. The determined purpose and delicate balance of strength is joined with fiery action of Wands. Things are set to happen, and they will happen quickly. You are waiting for an outcome. You will not wait long. Events set in motion are moving speedily to their inexorable conclusion. Be aware of the dangers of interfering. By altering the movements of one of the wands, the others, because of their proximity to each other, will be affected. The connections are intricate, and you may not be able to see the larger ramifications of your actions. So, as the advice card for, how do we bring in more fun? This card is also a card of travel. So, maybe taking a vacation, that would be a great way to sort of bring some more joy into your life. Or just, just going on back roads and stuff. You can find ways of doing things that don't even cost a lot of money, is what I'm saying. But I think that a vacation would be a great thing for a lot of us right now. All right, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we're going to move forward. We've got family connections. That is page 46. All right, respect, people, kinship. The early Samoan people were known as 𝐒𝐄𝐄𝐊. I definitely didn't say that right. They believed 𝐾𝐲𝐿, the supreme ruler and creator of the universe, created their people out of the earth. Samoan culture is about communal living. According to Samoa, the Samoan way, the most important aspects of life are family, faith, and music. Traditionally, the elders in the family hold the highest status in the community and the extended family, known as 𝐒𝐄. These words, I definitely am not saying them right. I'm sorry. Live and work together. Most daily activities are attended to in groups. Everything is about the family rather than the individual, including sharing food and living space. The traditional Fale houses didn't have walls, and sometimes up to 20 people slept together on the ground in one Fale. Family members congregate in the Fale to relax, chat, and socialize. It's time to reconnect with your family. You don't need to live with or spend a lot of time with them like the Samoans, but perhaps you could call or visit a family member. Your family doesn't have to be biological. They could be your adopted family and friends. Sometimes our biological families are no longer a part of our lives, and that is okay. It is important to create your own family in whatever way that suits you. You may even view your pets as your furry children or family. This card can be a sign that family members passed away or living are trying to contact you. This card can appear where unresolved negative feelings are associated with family members. This is a prompt that it is now time to heal. Try not to carry around the pain from your past anymore. Do not feel guilty for wanting to move forward in your life. You may need to distance yourself from the energy of a family member, and that is okay. Look after yourself and focus on surrounding yourself with the people who love, honor, and treat you with respect that you deserve. All right, I'm sorry. Okay. So, with the Emperor card coming out as the guidance on this, the Emperor can be a little bit controlling. So I think that this is maybe, okay, how am I saying this? Like the toxic family members is kind of what I picked up on that last part about, and you not being that either. That we need to be much more fair and balanced. I'm going to read the card. But it's something about, sometimes the Emperor can, come across as, like I said, just very overpowering to everyone around them. And so if you have someone like that you're dealing with, it makes life a little less fun. Okay. In many ways, the Emperor is the mirror image of the Empress. Perhaps most obvious is the reversal of their clothing color. The passionate red of the Emperor's garment is external, as are his actions. He is surrounded by the abstract glyph symbols of the Empress, but by more realistic signs of the zodiac. He holds items that represent the daily workings of human society. While driven by sincere desire for what is best for everyone, as indicated by his blue undercloak, he is more concerned with the realistic functioning of the everyday life. On a social level, he seeks to create stability so that society can reach its highest good. As a father archetype, he wishes to give his children a strong foundation, allowing them to achieve their best. The message of the Emperor is that of a healthy stability. Create an environment that allows you to function at your best. Seek well-functioning order in your life in terms of your home, your workplace, and your relationships. Appreciate the rules of society that allow a smooth and peaceful life. Be aware of stifling and stagnating rules and regulations. Creating order in your life simply for the sake of order alone is inhibiting, not liberating. Learn when it is time to question the obligations and mores of society. Okay. Okay, so I was getting something in as I was reading that, that was actually kind of, I'm seeing this as almost a progression reading, like, so as I'm looking at this as an ancestor message, what are they trying to tell us, and giving us a glimpse of what they see from their perspective of what they see happening, down below. And so, they've seen, the joy just start, being snuffed out of, the people. And then the imbalance in, the powers and leadership, of the time right now. And I love like the story that came out about the Samoans. And I think that would be a great place to really start, is see what they're doing and how we could start implementing things like that. But so where is it headed? It is notice the signs. So notice the signs. That is page 70. And I'm already going to tell you, I am not going to do an extended on this. I'm going to be lucky to keep my voice for the whole thing. So, all right. Investigate symbols, nature spirits. A distinct Celtic culture originated in Central Europe around 1200 BCE. The Celts gradually expanded their presence throughout Western Europe, arriving in the British Isles from 500 BCE. While customs varied, the tribes shared language and a core set of beliefs. The Celts were animists who thought everything in the natural world had its own spirit. They believed they could communicate with these nature spirits, and in turn, that the spirits spoke to them through signs. Knowledge of these signs was passed down through song, story, art, and poetry. The Celts believed everything came in threes, such as the past, present, future, the earth, the sky, and the ocean, the three phases of human life. Thus, many Celtic symbols feature a trinity. The triskelion, the triple spiral, represents the movement from past to present to future, or from birth to death to rebirth. Sorry. Okay. It is no coincidence that you have drawn this card today. Your spirit guides and past loved ones are trying to help you and want to get your attention. They will send a sign or message 3 times so that you will pay attention. Make a note of any symbols or coincidences. You might find 3 coins, meet 3 people with the same name, or be visited by 3 crows. As you get to know what each sign means, your spirit guides will continue to use them to get messages through to you. This card is a sign that the universe hears your wishes and prayers. Look for the signs of the universe that the universe is sending to help you make a decision. Be honest about how you feel about a situation, because you need to be 100% certain of what you are choosing. Do not feel pressured or rushed by anyone. Take your time to weigh up all of the pros and cons. Once you have all of the information, you will be able to make a strong and confident choice. Okay. So I love synchronicities, and that's, basically what that card is telling you, is that, you get messages into you all the time. And even like this right here, when you are watching one of these readings, this is a way that your own spirit guides can use to reach you. They can use me to reach you. And that's pretty amazing to think about. But, when you're out and about, I know that you have to see, the things I say. I do not believe in coincidence. I really don't. And so I pay attention. If something, is striking enough to catch my eye, and that's how you'll know it. It's like, it just is so out of place. And it just catches your attention. That's how you know it really is something to pay attention to. Like, one of the things that I remember catching my attention at one time was I saw a daffodil that was bloomed way out of season. Like, there was no reason why that daffodil should have been there, but yet there it was. And so I had to look up the meaning of the daffodil, and there was a beautiful message in that. And so, like, anytime I'm out and I see anything that catches my attention like that, I will look up, what is the spiritual, like, we all have cell phones, right? So you'll just Google, what is the spiritual meaning of whatever? So, like, if I find a black and white feather. What is the spiritual meaning of black and white feather? And then, there will be a whole list that you can look from and learn from. And I mean, messages will jump out to you. Numbers are really big signs. So anytime you see, like consecutive numbers, or the triple numbers, or 1111, those typically catch our attention. So, look up, what is the angel number, and then what is the meaning of the angel number, whatever number that you keep seeing. So that's another one that you would see. But those are the ways that the messages are coming to you. And so you've just got to make sure that you're paying attention and, really applying it to your life as well. All right. So the guidance of that was the Queen of Swords. So that's being very wise and logical. And then the Ace of Wands is, it's inspiration. I'm going to read the Ace of Wands to you. Okay. All right. Like all of the aces, this is a gift from the universe. Unlike the other aces, the Ace of Wands is bestowed by human hands, indicating a facet of the universe more sympathetic to the human condition. In some ways, this is the kindest, most generous gift of the aces. It is the beginning of everything, the spark of life. It is also the gift of will, of inspiration, of action, of passion, of courage. This illumination from the heavens is the start of all of our ideas and projects. Like the magician, it is about a connection to higher planes, a focus of will, and the ability to achieve goals. You are at a propitious point. You are given a gift, idea, project, or career opportunity. Take advantage of it with confidence and gratitude. Be aware of ignoring opportunities and inaction. The Ace of Wands is a gift that will require the recipient to take action. Okay. So you're being the gift of inspiration, the gift of new ideas, that ability to really start manifesting things back into your life. I mean, this is almost like a magic wand. And just combining that though with your logic and wisdom and paying attention, to the signs, when you see the messages coming in. And so that also, brings it back to the channeled message of if you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what you're being called to do, this is going to be your path of finding that out. And, I know one way that I have learned a whole lot about my purpose is through astrology. And so I haven't talked a whole lot about astrology on my channel yet, but I do really love the whole, I can get pretty deep in it. So, but with your astrological birth chart, there is so much information in there that not only equips you to knowing what your purpose may be, as to even how you're supposed to be showing up in that, how other people are going to impact you, and then when you start looking at all of the okay, so that's your birth chart just gives you the overall plan of when you got here, but those planets are constantly moving and doing things now. And so we're about to go into Mercury retrograde again, and we've got just different energies that are happening. You've got was it Saturn that went into Pisces last month? So there's just this constant movement, and each one of these things will impact you in a different way. And so when you're clued into that stuff, when you're really paying attention to what is going on around you right now, it's going to help you know how to navigate into this and how to move into your purpose. And like I said, it's going to keep, if you follow those signs and your intuition on this, it reveals your purpose to you if you haven't figured it out yet. And so I will put a link down in the description box If you haven't ever pulled your birth chart, I'll put a link down in the description box for a place that you can actually do that. And it's just so cool when you start getting into that. So I definitely recommend that to anyone that's interested. And I may talk more about that if that's something that y'all like. We'll just see where it goes from there. All right. So I guess I'm going to stop it there. That was a pretty positive message, insight in from the ancestors. And I appreciate you guys staying with me through this despite my voice issues. And I hope that you got something out of this that was helpful and, really motivates you, in your mission. So if you did find it helpful, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe and comment, share, like. That all helps me to be able to keep doing this. It helps more people, to see this message, and I would just really, really be grateful to it. All right. So in the description box, I also have a link if you would be interested in personal reading. So I do video messages for personal readings. So you can get that down in the description box if you are interested. All right. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye.